We're going to fit a parabola to some points here.
Yeah, we are. Okay. So the idea here is we're going to take this point and we're going to plug it into this formula. And so when we do that, we have a times -1 squared.
Now, okay, keep going.
Okay, a times -1.
And here's the thing. With what we're doing is we're replacing what we know is true. And for this particular part, we know that at the x is equal to -1. Here's one thing that kids tend to forget is that anytime you're given a point, you're given a value for x and y.
Or f of x in this case.
Or
which
f
is
of
the
x
same
in this
thing.
case. And so don't ever forget that on any problem that you work.
And if they only gave us 1 point, that wouldn't be particularly helpful,
Yeah,
right?
can't do
because
much.
Plugging in those values here, we can simplify and we can get a minus b plus c equals 5. Well, that's not particularly helpful, except they gave us 3 points, which is going to give us a system of 3 equations, which BT dubs, that's the section we're in.
BT dubs.
So let's plug all these in and get our system. But that's the trick. That's the part you have to know in order to set this up. So this will be 4a plus 2b, or not to be, whatever. That's
Okay,
the question.
side note on that, to be or not to be. I saw last night at the bookstore that there's The Empire Strikes Back written by William Shakespeare.
Oh,
It looked very interesting.
I don't know how I would feel about that.
I read a couple pages. It's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Very creative, whoever came up with that.
All right, so plugged in 3, it equals 13, so that should be 9a plus 3b plus c equals 13. So now you can solve this system that we have over here by any method you want to. I will let you know that we discussed it, and we're personally okay with on problems that are not specifically asking you to do it a certain way. We're okay with you putting it in your calculator.
Yeah. Now, if you're a student in another class getting this, then you need to follow the instructions that your teacher is giving you, and they may want to see work
Right.
with this.
Right, and so what's really neat is that you can actually get your calculator to do reduced row echelon form, which remember that's the one that's easiest to see the answers. And to do that, you would go to your matrix and you would start a 3x4 matrix up, and you would type in, 1, -1, 1, 5, and so on. And then under the matrix menu, you would look for RREF for
Right.
reduced row echelon form. And then assuming you have that matrix stuck in A, you do row reduced echelon form of A, and then it should spit out your answer. And normally we have XYZ, but this time it's ABC. And we'll just make it a point.
There it is. And we'll link it. I have a video that links into how to fill this in. So
That 4, -6, -5.
4, -6, -5.
And those are our values for A, B, and C. And they don't ask us to do that, but we could actually plug those in, and that would be the function that has
Right.
these 3 points along it.
Right. Well, why don't we go ahead and write it out so they can
Oh,
see what it
okay.
looks like? I mean, might as well. So the
Let's.
function, because it wants determine, we want to find out what that parabola
Okay.
looks like, and there you go.
Yep.
Easy peasy. Hey, Daniel, who was traveling tonight on a plane, has 74 coins consisting of nickels, dimes, and quarters in his coin box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then it tells us some information
He had
about that.
$8.85 total.
Yeah. And the number of nickels and quarters is 4 times more than the number of dimes.
Find how many of each coin Daniel, who was traveling tonight on a plane, has in his coin box.
Okay, so let's throw out there that a lot of word problems like this, they tell us 2 things for sure. They give us information that gives us a total,
Right.
and then they give us some information, like total as in, I mean, the amount of the things we're
Like if
talking
you
about.
add up all of the
coins.
different things together,
Yeah. All of the
what they would
all of the
be.
number of coins together add up to something.
Right.
But then also the value associated with each of those added together,
Right, and what
and
it
they
would
give
be.
you something that.
Yeah.
So typically you should be able to find one equation where you're just adding the letters together. So let's use N for nickels, D for dimes, and Q for quarters. And if you add all those together, you get 74
So total items.
total items.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And then another equation, we should be able to put the value associated with these. So how much is a nickel
There's
worth?
a nickel, last I checked, was 5 cents.
Right.
So, and then dimes are 10. And quarters, I got a quarter,
Yeah.
is 25 cents. And now all of those together have to add up to be $8.85. So we just need one more equation here, because if you've got 3 variables, you need at least 3 equations.
Yes. So it tells us the number of nickels and quarters. So nickels plus quarters is 4 more than the number of dimes. So dimes plus 4 is
Nickels
equal
plus quarters.
to nickels plus quarters.
Yeah.
Well, so like we said, it's a word problem. We're really testing to see if you can set it up.
That's a biggie.
Now let's put it into our calculator. But to do that, we need to get this last equation in line. We need nickels, dimes, and quarters.
Yeah, and that's very important.
That it's in the right order.
It's got to be in the right order. You can't put all of this into a matrix if you got quarters, then nickels, then dimes. Everything, same direction, same thing, same time.
Right. So we're going to RREF after we put this into a matrix.
So I will do that now. So 1, 1, 1. Dun, dun. You know any good jokes?
No,
Oh, goodness.
I don't think so.
Oh, son of a biscuit eater. I'm having finger issues. I'm trying to hurry. 1, negative 1.
1 and 4.
1 and 4. 22 nickels, 35 dimes, 17 quarters.
All right, so 22, 35, let me fix that, and 17. So
Those are your nickels, dimes, and quarters.
Those are your nickels, dimes, and quarters. It'll be in the same order as the letters that we initially put.
There you go. Hey there, let's fit a parabola to 3 points.
Yeah, finishing up section 7.3, we've got some...
Oh my gosh. That was
You dropped your calculator.
things expensive. Whoops.
Are we gonna keep going?
We maybe need to start again.
Okay.
That wasn't...
Hey, look for this on the blooper reel. Why won't it stop recording? Am I pressing the wrong buttons? I'm not. Even better.